Sonic Adventure was one of the premier titles for the Sega Dreamcast when it launched in Japan in 1998 and in North America and Europe in 1999. Sonic Adventure successfully brought the Sonic franchise to 3D and remains the system's best-selling game. I can only speculate how cool it would have been to see Sonic Adventure at launch, as I didn't get a Dreamcast until 2006. Even with the system in hand, it wasn't until this review, nearly 20 years later, that I finally experienced the game. Sonic Adventure 2 remains my favorite of the two games, but Sonic Adventure provides a great sense of fun while playing it, although it isn't without its faults. Dr. Robotnik has released an ancient evil from within the Master Emerald with the hopes of using it to destroy Sonic the Hedgehog and the city of Station Square. Robotnik needs the power of all 7 Chaos Emeralds to fully realize his plans, so it is up to Sonic and his friends to find them first. Sonic Adventure has a decent story split between its 6 playable characters. While this can make it hard to follow at times, the game isn't long enough to forget its more intricate reveals. The plot is conveyed to players through numerous cutscenes that use both in-game assets and a few pre-rendered scenes. The voice work in use is average, with some solid deliveries, but tons of late 90s cheese. The character models look hilarious as these lines are delivered, and I can't help but enjoy them. You start the story as Sonic as he fights the freshly released Chaos. This start does a decent job of introducing you to Sonic's new movement and attacks. And after finishing it off, you are brought to Station Square. Station Square acts as one of the game's 3 hub worlds that you explore to unlock traditional action levels and find other power-ups to use on your journey. I'm not a big fan of the hub world system, but it does help to make Sonic Adventure feel bigger than its 9-ish main levels would suggest. A train runs between Station Square and the Mystic Ruins, providing fairly seamless interconnectivity that allows items from one location to be transferred to the other, unlocking new locations. Robotnik's egg carrier is the final hub, and it has secrets to discover along with some cool Easter eggs. Being the first 3D Sonic game, it is pleasing to see how much Sonic Adventure got right with its transition from 2D. Sonic's action stages provide a nice sense of speed as you proceed through them, and the levels are fun to explore when you take the time to slow down. The set pieces are grandiose and have tons of flair, giving it the feel of much more modern games. While these moments take some control away from the player, the spectacle never made me feel this was a bad thing. Stages will also feature fun additional gameplay experiences with things like snowboarding and bumper car racing. 2 rail shooting flight stages also help to set up the next chapter of the story while playing as Sonic or Tails. My favorite of these alternate game modes, however, was Pinball. While the Casinopolis stage is rather underwhelming as a whole, the pinball implementation was fun, and the cameo of Knights was well done. Sonic acts as the ball, making it a fun throwback to Sonic Spinball. It makes me wish that we had another Sonic-based pinball game after the GBA release of Sonic Pinball Party. Chaos were also introduced with Sonic Adventure, and raising them can be fun. Collecting animals from defeated enemies lets you feed them to help them grow and take on various aspects of the rescued animals. You can transfer Chaos to the Dreamcast VMU, or for the later GameCube release of the game, the GBA, to further train them. As you proceed through Sonic's story, you will unlock the other 5 characters to play as. Each offers a unique playstyle compared to Sonic. Tails can fly and has levels made around racing Sonic for Chaos Emeralds. Knuckles is all about rebuilding the Master Emerald by finding its pieces with his gliding and wall climbing abilities. Amy gets her signature hammer to solve puzzles with while avoiding enemy robots. Big the cat makes his first appearance in the Sonic franchise and spins it looking for his frog, Froggy. E102 Gamma uses his laser to defeat the rest of Robotnik's robot henchmen. While Sonic's game time feels the most fleshed out, there are plenty of fun moments to be had in the shorter stories of the other characters. Once you finish them all, you get the final story, which reintroduces Super Sonic. On top of the levels and minigames, Sonic Adventure features several boss fights for players to overcome. Depending on the story, you may repeat a boss fight from another story just as the alternate character. I thought this overlap would annoy me, but it turned out to be more entertaining than I was expecting. Bosses aren't very difficult in this game, and the patterns for most can be easily recognized. This may be an area of disappointment for anyone looking for a harder challenge. Thankfully, they never become outright boring encounters. Robotnik's Egg Viper, however, stands apart in this regard. While the fight isn't difficult, the game's use of knockback and other jank collision moments can make it the most frustrating fight of the entire game. Also, don't let the fake out at the end fool you. Sonic Adventure has fun audio. The soundtrack is more rock-focused, which I have enjoyed listening to. Several of the tracks have lyrics, but those I didn't pay as much attention to. As previously mentioned, voice work is rather mixed between solid deliveries and cheesy. Knuckles' "oh no" as he takes hits was a particularly funny occurrence. Overall, I can enjoy it, but it certainly gives off a late 90s charm. Sound effects are crisp and help wrap the entire experience together. The skidding sound while stopping is a particularly nice touch. Sonic Adventure is a great looking Dreamcast title. Sonic Team had a specific look for its Dreamcast games, and having tons of playtime in Phantasy Star Online, I like the sense of familiarity Sonic Adventure brings. Models have a good amount of detail to them, and the lighting is fantastic for the time. Environment textures look crisp and give the game a more realistic feel at various points in the journey. Animations can be a bit mixed, with characters' legs moving very slowly in comparison to their movement speed. But getting the sense of speed is more important, so it is a minor complaint. As cliche as it is to say this about a 90s 3D video game, Sonic Adventure's biggest downfall comes from its awful camera system. By using the L and R triggers on the Dreamcast controller, you can spin the camera around your character. Unfortunately, the camera will often hitch or refuse to turn depending on the terrain. This makes it hard to navigate far too frequently, and it can cause a few deaths. At times, the camera will also mess with your movement direction, causing you to run off cliffs like a fool. The camera shifts during some quick scenes also feels quite jarring at times. Collision detection is another area where Sonic Adventure has a big problem. Numerous times in my playthrough, I have fallen through or been thrown from the terrain I was jumping on, or taking hits that didn't quite line up right. The worst of these came from when I was fighting the Egg Viper and simply fell through the platform where the fight takes place. Having a minimap for the hub worlds also would have been a nice touch to help with navigation. Thankfully, they aren't large, so it isn't hard to memorize where things are. As a nitpick, the game underuses the VMU display during play, just cycling through character portraits. There is a ton of content to keep you playing Sonic Adventure. You have 6 characters to play as, and after finishing a level, you unlock an emblem. After finishing levels, you can replay them for different goals to unlock more emblems. Emblems can also be hidden around the hub worlds to collect. In total, there are 130 emblems for you to unlock. On top of the emblems, you could try and set records in some of the minigames. Raising Chaos and racing them is yet another area you could sink tons of time into. Sonic Adventure would get an expanded port, dubbed with a DX, released for the GameCube and PC in 2003. This version of the game features tons of extras and enhanced visuals over the original game. In 2010, Sonic Adventure would be ported to the Xbox 360 and PS3, with its DX content being sold separately as DLC. This version of the game featured higher resolution output compared to the GameCube and Dreamcast releases, but it was still presented in a 4:3 aspect ratio. In 2011, this version of the game was also released on Steam. The Steam release can be a bit buggy, so mods are recommended to iron it out. As of this video, the Xbox 360 version of the game is still for sale and playable on Xbox Series consoles, making it and the Steam version the easiest to acquire for new players on modern hardware. While it isn't my favorite Sonic game, Sonic Adventure has been fun to play through. Each character is unique and adds to the game as a whole. While I don't care for the hub world design as much, they can be interesting to explore for upgrades and emblems. Controls are straightforward and easy to master. Unfortunately, some janky camera work and hit detection is present that may affect your enjoyment of the game. If you have never played Sonic Adventure before and are even a mild fan of the franchise, you will likely get a lot out of the journey. So those are my thoughts on Sonic Adventure. Overall, a fun game to play through, though there is some 90s cheese and jank in there, and some people may not enjoy the big fishing sequences. I surprisingly have found them quite enjoyable, of all things. I'm not really that big on the fishing games, but it worked out here. But anyway, thank you for making it to the end of today's review. Really appreciate you spending even a moment of time on this channel. So just here at the end, if you haven't already, thumbs up, thumbs down, depending on how much you like this video. Share it with your friends, and also be sure to hit that sub button notification bell so you can see when new videos go live on the channel. Always appreciate you all being here, and again, just grateful for it. But if you would like to further help support the channel and bring content just like this to you repeatedly, please consider hitting that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right hand corner of the screen when it appears. Every little bit helps and makes a big difference in our day-to-day. Anyway, thank you so much to all of our current backers. Thank you for believing in what we do here and helping us keep it going for so long. You are champs. Couldn't do it without you. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you all back next video.